I'll be diving into the fallout out of the YCS out of the weekend here. I gave things a little bit extra time to settle because Battles of Monstrous Revenge has been a ride, but don't worry, there are other things in other sectors going wild. You guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more Oz content. Now, this is hilarious. Puppet King here. I don't know what is going on with this. When your opponent adds a monster card to their hand, except by drawing a special summons card from your hand, if you do, destroy it during your next turn's end phase. I don't know why. Somebody mentioned that it was like Vanquishful, but like these are all fairly recent sales across the board here for this over the last couple of days, and I'm not exactly sure what other reason that there is for this to be happening other than, you know, it's got one printing, but whatever craziness has this card going wild, I think is definitely hilarious at the end of the day. Let's talk about Exorcists stuff. So Exorcists won the YCS. We saw Martha start getting, you know, destroyed off the market a little bit over time, but how have things kind of settled in here? Well, we're down to 24 listings of Magnifica, which actually is pretty much about where we saw the stabilization of Starlights previously. 31 copies of Martha. That's pretty normal at this stage. Looks like Mikhail's here coming in about 44 lowest. Pax at 26, and Sophia's looks like 25 plus, looking at this. Yeah, we're still floating about 26 plus. So not terrible, but regular Paxes are $7 a piece. Mikhail's at, you know, 7s. And then Martha's down here still have 121 listings. I think people are still buying 3s of these. Hasn't been a great amount in the last day or so, but 626 and back, yeah, everybody was cleaning off a decent amount of these. So whether or not you think Exosister is good, people are buying into the hype right now. It's not a large amount to tip the scales realistically here, but I think it is enough that you need to be aware of going, hey, you know, like, this is kind of doing its thing. I think it's interesting nonetheless. Chaos Emperor, the Dragon of Expensive. You know, $70, and nice $74. It's not like this card, somebody actually bought one for $100. Let's sigh. Well, as of this moment, you have two in the essentially $70. You bump up to 72, on up to 73, and you're still at 3 pages at the moment with 27 listings of this. This card does desperately need a reprint, and to be honest with you, I don't know when, how, where, why, or how we are going to see a reprint of this card. But for the time being, you do need to be aware that, hey guys, it's still doing its stupid thing. It's Dragon Link players, a lot of the variations don't even like crazily play this. Problem is, it's a really good former prize card that's paywall behind the Battles of Legends set. Delicious. Destructive Jerome McKinnon. Now, Gamer's Choice here is holding the line with 186 copies at $5. I don't think we're going to see this card bumping up anytime soon, but this was one of the cards that we've been starting to see gain a lot more momentum as of late, because as we see more and more people trying to cheese out these large, unaffected boss monsters, players are turning to, you know, methods of things that can out them. And Destructive Jerome McKinnon is the thing because it forces the opponent to make the interaction instead of, you know, the regular card effect. So that's actually how you get around this, is because Destructive Jerome McKinnon itself forces you to take care of the monster. Yeah, it's unaffected by card effects, sure, but it's not unaffected from you picking up the card, tossing it in the trash can. So I find that funny. Purely cards. Has there been purely hype since the deck got top 4 at the YCS? Not really, honestly. It's kind of in the same boat as Exorcister. Come on down here to little base rarity purelies at this stage. Yeah, we haven't had any real sales in the last day, but 626 had a good couple. And Martha definitely had way more sales than the purely stuff did, strictly because, you know, Martha, 3 Marthas is essentially almost the equivalent to one of these things. So why why go for the second best potential option when you know you can go for the other option tree and be fine? I find that kind of interesting. But yeah, these are still 85, 60, 50. A lot of these collector's rares are still doing pretty all right. Pretty memories look like they're down to $15, down to 12, 13. Okay, so we got a decent hold line there. And then my friend Purely's about $11. Okay, decent. Psychic M Punisher. I see that somebody just fire listed 2 at $15. Those aren't gonna last long. 18 and then 22. Most of this card's recent life, it's been holding the line at the $22 to $23 mark at this stage. I don't think we're gonna see that change anytime. Honestly, Psychic M Punisher, its main purpose is you like deploy it out in the good old punk deck, and then you just look at your opponent and go, I hope you got an out for this, because, you know, its whole purpose is it turns into a larger boss monster, and it tries to maintain its dominance on the field through those, you know, threateningly large attack points to make sure that, you know, you can play the game through that. So that's what we're expecting here. Spiritual Water Out Owlie. You know, this card has now entered into the buyout sequence, and people are like, oh my gosh, like, I can't believe people are buying out. It's a hand rip card, all right? Only like 2 to 3 decks in the format are going to get the chance to play this. Sky Strikers. Somebody shockingly mentioned Unchained to me, and that was a good, you know, little laugh. And then Rika on Avalon. Problem is neither of those decks. Okay, well, contrary to popular belief, people always think that Sky Striker's a tier 0 deck, even when it's not. It had one representation in Top Cut, but people are still going, no, Striker's tier 1! I don't get it. I really don't. It absolutely amazes me, but people are still seething at the top of their lungs here, telling me I'm wrong, and they're the ones that are wrong. But anyway, yeah, Owlie's in the super rare department. Definitely up. Who would have guessed Astropack? Good stuff. Fenrir. So, on the topic of Fenrir going away in the OCG, a few people are like, Robbie, it's gonna go. Fun fact here, Ultra Fenrirs are still $40. I take that back. They're like $37, $38. And your Alties are $7 more? Why aren't you buying Alties at this point if you're trying to pick up Fenrirs? Spend the extra money. But, things you don't want to tell people for $500. Alright. Rescue Ace Hydrants. These are $83 a piece now. I don't know if I blinked for 1 week, but these exceeded my expectations and went further beyond. This is getting dumb. $44. Hydrants are at $20. And then you got $9 turbulences down here. Wild. Hey, Beats. Yeah, this is hilarious, too. These are $18. Mayhems are $8. And Raphael's like $5, too. Yeah, this deck's going to get Runic cards limited on the next list because there's like a Draw 9 combo that's involved with this. And it is dumb watching it go. So, good news. If you're not prepared, well, you're definitely not prepared. News Reporter. Hey, look. $21. Good stuff. And then $15 for the Secret Rares. Not much of a change down here, but, you know, these have been pretty much maintaining. One reprint's going to destroy this card. It's going to be fun to watch. Zark. I love the fact that if you just enter in Zark, Archlord Zerato shows up like it's important or something. But Zark here, somebody, why do you guys buy it? I don't get it. First it sold for $12. Unlimbs are still $4. No real change back here. Commons are 20 cents. Look, Archfiend Zombie Skull trying to be important too. And then $3 for the 10s. Yeah, we have all that pendulum hype coming here. This would be an amazing QC in my personal opinion. And then we got some Byron The Dark. If you're an old fan of like super old formats, this is an ancient DDV target. And, you know, to be honest with you, it might not be a crazy exciting thing, but $5, $6 across the board for some of these. This is another one of those classic little option trees. You might want to keep an eye on. I think these are going to continue to crash down, but if you're somebody that's very impatient, they're $5 right now, so not too terrible. So what do you think about today's interesting little market? Please leave a comment down below what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here later today, guys. Peace out. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.